I spent 47 minutes on Zillow last night, not looking at houses in my city, not even houses I could afford. I was looking at a $4 million lake house in Montana, a place I'll never visit, a life I'll never live, and I couldn't stop scrolling. And that's when it hit me. This isn't normal behavior, so I started digging into the psychology behind this. What I found changed how I see real estate apps forever. Because Zillow isn't what you think it is. It's not a real estate search tool. It's a dopamine delivery system, and your brain is hardwired to keep you hooked. Let me show you how it works. Every time you swipe to a new listing, your brain releases a small hit of dopamine. But here's the part that blew my mind. It doesn't release when you find the perfect house. It releases while you're searching for it. Dopamine isn't the reward chemical. It's the seeking chemical. It makes you restless, curious, always hungry for one more listing. And here's why that matters. Zillow gets almost 10 billion visits every year, but only 5% of those people actually buy a house. 5%. So what are the other 95% doing? They're not house hunting. They're dopamine hunting. A study back in 2014 found that 67% of users said their Zillow habit felt addictive. That was over a decade ago, before remote work, before we all had endless hours scrolling on our phones. If it was bad then, imagine what it's like now. But here's where this gets really interesting. Zillow uses something called variable reward scheduling. It's the same psychological trick that makes slot machines addictive. You never know when the next win is coming, so your brain stays locked in. Could this next listing be the one? Probably not, but maybe. And that maybe is enough to keep you going. It's genius, and it's everywhere. TikTok does it, Instagram does it, dating apps do it, and now Zillow does it with houses. But the real reason people can't stop isn't just the dopamine. It's deeper than that. For most people, Zillow isn't about buying a house. It's about escaping their current life. You're stuck in a tiny apartment. You scroll through 5-bedroom homes with mountain views. Hate your job? You browse beach houses in Thailand. Someone online called it free upbeat fantasizing. I call it daydreaming with a search bar. And I get it. I've been there, scrolling through homes in cities I've never been to, imagining a version of my life that doesn't exist. It feels like progress, like you're planning something, but you're not. You're just feeding an algorithm, and the app knows exactly how to keep you there. Perfect photos, virtual tours, everything designed to make it feel real, close enough to touch, but just out of reach. And that gap between where you are and where you want to be, that's what keeps you coming back. Then there's the FOMO. What if the perfect house gets listed and you miss it? So you check and check again. Not because you're excited, because you're anxious. I read about a guy who checks Zillow 6 times a day. He's not dreaming. He's desperate. Living with his mother-in-law. No office. His stuff sitting in storage. And every time he opens the app, he's praying. Please let there be something new. That's not house hunting. That's survival mode. And here's what makes this truly dangerous for anyone trying to build wealth. You think you're being productive. You think you're learning about real estate, but you're not. You're learning about fantasy. You're not analyzing deals. You're not studying markets. You're not talking to agents or running numbers. You're looking at pretty pictures and imagining a life you're not actually building. Meanwhile, the people who are buying real estate, they're not on Zillow every day. They did their research once, see that they know their market. And when the right deal comes, they move. They don't scroll. They act. That's the difference between browsers and buyers. And Zillow doesn't care which one you are. Every saved search, every price alert, every notification, it's all designed to bring you back, not to help you buy, to keep you engaged. You're not the customer. You're the product. So how do you fix this? I'm not going to tell you to delete the app, but I did 3 things that completely broke the pattern. First, I set a 10-minute timer. When it goes off, I close the app. No exceptions. It forces intention. Second, I ask one question before I open it. Am I researching a real market, or am I escaping my current reality? If it's escape, I close it. Third, I redirect the energy. Every time I feel the urge to scroll, I do something that actually moves me forward. Analyze rental comps. Reach out to an agent. Run actual numbers. Take action instead of consuming content. Because here's the truth. Zillow can be useful, but only if you control it. Otherwise, it controls you. And most people never realize it's happening. They think they're just browsing, but months pass, then years, and nothing changes. They're still scrolling, still dreaming, still waiting. Meanwhile, real opportunities pass right by them. So next time you open that app, pause. Ask yourself one question. Am I building something real, or am I just chasing dopamine? That question changes everything. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest. Recognize when you're using the tool and when the tool is using you. That's how you stop wasting time and start building the life you actually want. Not the one you scroll through at midnight. The real one. The one that starts right now.